This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year. Watch the game change. Watch the game change.
But I want to say this is hotter. This is a lot hotter. Yeah.
Watch the game change. Yeah.
And then the run was brutal.
This will be a very hot course.
Wherever they went, I followed.
All right, here we go, folks. We got another finisher coming on in as well. 42 countries represented.
We have another finisher. Welcome back.
9 seconds. Ironman is more than a race. A grueling test of endurance set against a backdrop of stunning landscapes and crystal clear waters. The culmination of months of training and dedication is about to be tested on its challenging and scenic course.
I had absolutely zero experience before my first Ironman in any aerobic or endurance-based work. I come from a bodybuilding background, so yeah, obviously lots of heavy lifting, and I just stopped being challenged at the end of the day. You know, I found that my training in the gym was just so monotonous and repetitive, and I did it for over a decade, that I just needed something that was really going to challenge me. And that's what set off the training. That's what set off a whole new journey for me. So here we are 2 years later, and still loving every moment of it.
Looking at triathlon, you would think that triathlon is an individual sport, but actually, in my experience, it really takes a team of people surrounding you, understanding what you do. And training 25 hours a week takes a lot from you, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. It's true what they say, that it's 90% a mental battle, especially in the race. And especially in training every day. It's very mundane, it's very repetitive. I kind of like it. I kind of thrive in that situation, in that environment.
I mean, I started Ironman when my son was grown up. Although I was working, I had no other family, young children or whatever to run around and look after. So yes, I had a job, but that's all. And now it's even easier because I've retired. And so it's just training whenever we like.
So when we first started, we started with a group of around probably 10 to 12, and the members were mostly men, friends of my husband who were also enthusiasts of the sport. From there we grew, started to have more athletes joining us from outside of Baguio City. We started to have more group trainings and camps as a team. We're not just a team, I'd say we've become a family, and today we're here with 15 strong athletes joining the race on Sunday.
We're all from China, Team China. Well, this is a nice place. Actually, the temperature is much better than I imagined. We've been through the racetrack last night, and it feels okay. And I'm excited to it.
Hi everybody, my name is Ming. I'm from Pagadan City. I am from Trizer Kami Multisports. And it's my first time here in Puerto Princesa, and actually first time also racing for 70.3 Ironman. It started actually as a parang stress reliever ko lang siya sa law school. And then it went on and on and on, and I liked it. What I'm excited about Puerto Princesa, siguro after racing, I'd like to explore the place, go to tourist spots na na-feature dito sa lugar.
Puerto Princesa is often referred to as a city in a forest due to its lush greenery, pristine coastlines, and commitment to environmental conservation. It is home to one of the new 7 wonders of nature, the Puerto Princesa Underground River, an awe-inspiring subterranean waterway flowing through a limestone cave system. Beyond the race, Puerto Princesa's commitment to sustainability, rich biodiversity, and warm local hospitality add to its appeal. It's no surprise that this year's event attracted participants, making it not just a race course, but a bucket list experience for athletes worldwide.
I chose Puerto Princesa because it's the first race in the Philippines, and I really had a terrible race in Davao, so I'm really looking forward to getting that race out of my head and really having this as a good race.
My name is Damien Schechter. I am from South Africa. I'm currently living in Bali, Indonesia, and this is my first time in the Philippines, especially for a race, so I'm very excited to be here. So arriving in Philippines, everyone was really friendly. I found it to be quite a new experience, obviously spending quite a lot of time in Asia. It's not my first Ironman that I've done in Asia, so I know that it's going to be a completely different experience, unique experience. Yeah, I'm very excited to be here, and the people have just been very welcoming so far.
I think many years ago I wanted to come to Palawan to see Palawan, but it just didn't work out. So perfect, right? We're doing a race here, so I get to come to Palawan and I get to see it and be a tourist, but also participate in a race. So it makes the whole experience much more interesting, much more enjoyable.
Now, we're sort of based in the Philippines now most of the year, Philippines and UK, and Puerto Princesa was the first one available for us to do, so great place to come and do one. I'm never out there to say, oh, I'm going to do this time and whatever. I just go there to enjoy the event, enjoy the place, and enjoy the race as well.
Everybody here is very polite,
very
and
welcoming,
yeah,
very
so
friendly.
It's easy to get along with people and feel a part of the whole thing, you know what I mean?
You know, it's been on my bucket list for about 10 years now to actually come to Palawan as well. So, you know, I use this as a catalyst, as an opportunity to also come and experience the Philippines for my first time. This is really where I wanted to be. That's what's great about Ironman, is that, you know, because there are so many different events globally, that it really does give you the opportunity to go and do something that you love, but also experience a completely new part of the world.
Welcome to Puerto Princesa, Ironman!
It's just been great to see the welcome that the athletes receive from the minute they arrive in the airport, so it's fantastic hospitality.
Everywhere in the Philippines, the community is great. It's always so well supported, and the crowds in the streets. And
with the support of the government of Palawan, the people of Palawan, it makes it probably one of the best 70.3s in the country. Especially if you're a first-timer, among the other 70.3s they hold here, this is, I would say, pretty forgiving. Aside from the heat, yeah, it's a good race to consider.
Before the Ironman 70.3 begins, the race weekend kicks off with a fun and festive celebration, the To-Go Princesa Run, set against the stunning backdrop of Baywalk Park. This 5-kilometer run brings together athletes, families, and local community for an exciting afternoon of fitness and fun.
We love the Ironman community. They promote health, they promote discipline. And tomorrow is Women's Month, you know, let's empower. So that's aligned also to the vision of the world.
42 countries represented.
We have another finisher. Welcome back. 9 seconds difference.
Race weekend isn't just for the pros. Young athletes also get their chance to shine at 2025 RLC Residences Ironkids Puerto Princesa. Designed to inspire the next generation of triathletes, this event gives kids the opportunity to experience the thrill of racing in a fun and supportive environment.
I'm actually proud to announce that this year we are launching an initiative which is what we call RLC, Racing Little Champions. So in terms of values, I think we share the same values with Ironman when it comes to racing little champions. These races teach the kids important life values to become champions in life, not only in sports but also in life.
You know, this new generation are more focused with technologies. They really get lost into their track. So when I decided, let's enroll him into swimming class, so we do a marathon, we run together. That's nice with it because we had the time to bond.
Cyrene is one of RLC's sponsored kids. Cyrene or Sai Sai was into swimming already. She's part of the school's varsity team. So when the Ironkid offer came with the RLC sponsorship, so she wanted to push through and mas i-broad yung ano niya, yung kanyang potential.
O kaya tinuloy-tuloy na lang namin.
And support na lang din.
Oh my God, running 1 kilometer this morning. Athlete 405. Good job.
We got another finisher coming on in as well. 42 countries represented.
We have another finisher. Welcome back. 9 seconds difference.
Triathlon demands a lot of time, and it takes a lot of mental energy that you could spend on other things throughout the day. And if the people surrounding you or the people working with you do not understand the demands of triathlon, it's really hard to try to excel or to try to reach your goals, Yud.
I say this to everybody when I speak about Ironman, is that, you know, when you come to an event like this, you know that you are surrounded by people that have worked extremely hard to be here. You know, you are going to be so exposed if you show up to do an Ironman and you have not done the work. So it's extremely inspiring to know that everyone that is here this weekend and that have traveled abroad to be here have worked hard for it.
We don't believe in off-season. So we've been training and just trying to stay fit year-round, not saying that we are always in tip-top shape. This being the first long-distance race of 2025. Everybody's here to do a fitness check. We've been doing everything that we could to prepare well so that we don't just finish strong, but we actually enjoy the whole race.
This will be very interesting because 50% of the participants are outside the Philippines. Very exciting also because it will challenge the Filipinos to really compete against the foreigners po.
It's really inspiring and motivating to be around people that have set high standards, showed up, done the work, and this is where you show that off, right? This is where you show what you're made of.
As dawn breaks over Puerto Princesa, athletes gather at the Baywalk Park ramp, preparing to embark on the first leg of their journey, a 1.9-kilometer swim. The course leads them into the calm waters of Puerto Princesa Bay, following a clockwise route that begins a 290-meter stretch, then 170 meters across, and a final 290 meters back to the exit. Each stroke brings them closer to the challenges that lie ahead.
I wish you all a safe, memorable, and successful race. Mabuhay and good luck to all of you.
You have to be extremely tough. It's all right when things are going well, but as soon as things go badly and you pick up an injury, it's very, very good for both your mental and your physical well-being.
The water was unpredictable. Super maalon. It was like 50 minutes and I'm really crying because oh my God, but hindi ako na move forward.
1.9 forward sweep.
I think for those first couple minutes, you're really just trying to find your feet, make sure that, you know, you're not finding someone else's feet in your face, you know, just trying to assess what direction you're potentially being pulled in, what direction you need to keep on going in. So you really do need to be attentive, especially when there is a little bit of a current. But I loved it, you know, I try and enjoy the swim as much as I can because I know that the second that you get onto the road, with the heat, with the distance, it gets a lot harder.
I've never had a very smooth swim in the Philippines. So in my mind, I was prepared it's gonna be hard. I knew it's gonna be difficult, so I went into the water and I felt, oh, it's gonna be tough. So I just kept going, you know, you cannot stop.
Current was pretty strong. The goal was to stay in the first pack. So what happened was I was staying on the feet of the people of the first pack. Wherever they went, I followed.
I knew it's gonna be difficult.
Everybody was having a hard time with the course, with the heat.
This is your Puerto Princesa, make some noise!
With the 1.9-kilometer swim complete, athletes make their way to transition to Puerto Princesa Baywalk Park to begin the 90-kilometer bike segment.
My swim wasn't the greatest one, but I kept telling myself, okay, this is just the beginning, this is a long day, and just one foot in front of another and just staying consistent.
I'd never done road biking before, and when I started training for the bikes, I initially had many falls. I got injured, and that's when I realized how hard biking 90 kilometers is going to be.
You know, when it comes to looking at these distances for a half, they're not fools, right? So I know that there's some dudes out there, some badass dudes that are doing 4K in the water, they're doing 180K on the road, and they're doing a full marathon. So this is why I do not complain.
We got another finisher coming on in as well. 42 countries represented.
We have another finisher. Welcome back. 9 seconds across the line.
The course consists of 2 counterclockwise loops featuring rolling hills, a few steady climbs, and flat sections. Riders navigate through Puerto Princesa's diverse terrain, moving from city roads to open stretches surrounded by nature.
Once you get out of the city, you see the beautiful jungle and the rice fields, and so green, and I think just beautiful course.
I think to do triathlon and to commit the time that it takes to do triathlon, you need to be enjoying it. And I think the best way to enjoy it is to have good company and have a support network. And without that, I think it is a really difficult sport to do and to do well and to commit enough time to perform well.
I always ask myself, you know, what are you made of? Is this all that you have? Can you push more? If you were to look back at this race 3 days after, did you give it all? That would be like what I would repeat in my mind, telling myself, is this everything you have?
42 countries represented.
Another finisher, welcome back. 9 seconds.
The run course looks like it'll be spectacular. They're closing down that main street. I'm anticipating lots of locals on either side, and it looks like it'll be a really good atmosphere.
This will be a very hot course, so I highly recommend po sa mga triathletes, especially for those first-timers dito pa sa Palawan, to really hydrate and manage and plan ahead their nutrition and hydration along the course.
As athletes transition to a 21.1-kilometer run, they start with a steady incline leading up to Rizal Avenue. Here, the course levels out, presenting a mostly flat terrain with some gentle rolling hills. This segment tests their endurance and pacing as they progress through the heart of Puerto Princesa.
It's a hot day in Palawan.
They would say for the previous two editions that the hardest part of Palawan would be the rolling run course. But this year, it was the hardest run course here so far.
The heat on the run course is a challenge on its own. Athletes need to manage their effort carefully. Staying hydrated and fueled becomes more important. Pacing well can make all the difference in finishing strong.
The run was super hot, but it's just out and back. And then the good thing on 3 loops is you can see where you are, you can see who you got to catch and who's catching you.
Rock the party non-stop like this, gotta rock the party non-stop like this, gotta rock the party non-stop like this. Everybody get down, everybody get down.
No, I'm from Singapore, so the humidity, the heat is pretty much the same. But I want to say this is hotter. This is a lot hotter, yeah.
Normally the run would be my strength, and it's kind of where I let go and see what can be done. Today it was just a survival battle. It was getting on ice, getting on fluids, just making sure I got to the end without falling to pieces. Yeah, different experience.
Don't stop believing! Anything is possible! Triathlon is a lifestyle. It's not a sports anymore. And having the whole community doing that, the same thing, like-minded people, it helps you to focus more. And then there's a slight competition in there.
When it comes to Ironman and the experience of Ironman, it's all about camaraderie. Even though we're all competing alone, at the end of the day, this is such an incredible community of people that, you know, come together to support each other and push each other and, you know, take each other to the finish line at the end of the day.
The community is great. It's always everywhere in the Philippines. The community is great. It's always so well supported, and the crowds in the streets, and the helpers, the volunteers at the aid stations are all just so helpful.
The benefit of having a teammates sa triathlon team, you can motivate each other, you can inspire each other, and you can share your thoughts about the race course, you can share your thoughts about your personal life, and that will really transcend your performance in triathlon races.
I live by the motto, one foot in front of the other. And you know, the body follows the mind at the end of the day. You know, if you can really just make sure that like you stay focused on moving forward, the body will follow.
Itong Tandikan Tri-Team, we treat each other as a family. So parang, I know this is a competition, pero sabi nga namin, just enjoy the race. Kasi hindi lang physical stamina to eh. So naano ko yung mental toughness din. As a family, so lahat nasusupport yun, physical, mental.
I bent over, I stopped for a split second, I was kind of cramping, and there was a guy that just came past me, patted me on the back, and he said, dude, you're not stopping, let's keep moving. We stuck together for the entire 21K.
Are you gonna make those lows eat you up? Or are you gonna say, hey, I'm the boss, I'm gonna give this 100%. Legs, lungs, shut up, let's go.
Nice and early. He looks back, but in front, he's the 2025 first male age grouper. This is Bastian. Great job, Bob Bastian from Portland. You are the champion.
I think sometimes people can get caught up in wanting to be the best athlete they can be, and like what sacrifices they make for that. It's up to you as an athlete, but I think it's important to focus on the balance and actually pay attention to like what you're sacrificing to do what you do in the sport.
There's moments when you're in the pain cave, of course, but then there's also all those other moments where you realize why you're doing it, because this is what really sets you apart from the 99% of people out there that never get that feeling of finishing an Ironman or an Ironman 70.3. Like, that feeling is worth all the pain that you experience over that duration.
Race weekend comes to an end. We appreciate the dedication and perseverance of every athlete. They pushed their limits and proven that anything is possible. Let the spirit of endurance continue to inspire and propel us forward. Until next time, see you at the next Ironman 70.3 Puerto Princesa.
Moving, moving,